Let's start our lesson. Our lesson today is suitable for children between 7 to 9 years of age. In today's lesson, we are going to understand how to talk to a group of people with lots of confidence. You are going to be able to develop your emotional quotient by understanding the importance of speaking clearly in various situations, in lots of different types of situations, how you should speak, how you should use your words, and then you will also learn a little bit of good manners in conversation in today's lesson. So I hope you have an absolutely wonderful time. So, firstly, we are going to learn how to introduce yourself to a group of people. We are going to talk about what is tone, okay? And then we will continue with this series in the next episode. Come, let's start. So, how do you introduce yourself to a group of people usually? Yes, you say hi, very good. You say hello, absolutely. And what kind of expression do you show on your face when you go up to a group of people? Absolutely. You have to have a beautiful smile on your face. Now, introducing yourself to new people. Try and keep a pleasant expression on your face. Keep a beautiful, pleasant smile. You don't have to look very angry. You don't have to look sad. Okay? You don't have to look upset. You don't have to turn your face away, but you have a beautiful smile on your face, okay? Because no one can resist your sweet smile. If it is a new group of people, then say, "Hello, my name is Adele," and then start speaking, okay? It is very, very important to first introduce yourself to a group of people. How do you introduce yourself? You tell people what your name is. Maybe the people who you are speaking to, they might want to know where do you come from, which school do you study in, so you can tell them that kind of information, okay? Now, if it is a group of people who you already know and you want to join into the conversation, should we just go and start talking in between the conversation? No, we mustn't, okay? We must wait for our turn to speak, okay? We'll say hi and then we'll wait for our turn to speak, okay? That works? Amazing. Now, how do you feel when you have to speak to a group of new people? Do you feel nervous? Sometimes do you feel a little bit underconfident? Okay, so we are going to work around all of those issues, okay? Now, firstly, you start speaking only once everyone acknowledges your presence. Once everyone says hi to you, then start speaking. Or if you see that someone hasn't noticed your presence, someone hasn't noticed that you've joined in the group, say hello to them, okay? Say hi to everyone and then start speaking. That shows the people in the group that you really care about all of them and you really care that they listen to what you are saying, okay? So when you say hi to everyone, when you establish your presence in the group, people will listen to you carefully, okay? If you do not have anything to add to the conversation, be a good listener. We can always learn new things if we listen very carefully. Yes? Listening carefully is a beautiful thing to do. You learn so many things, if you just listen to people talking around you. Yes? Maybe, someone can be having a chat. Two of your friends might be having a chat about a new, say, science project they tried together. Yes? And then what do? Do you listen to them or do you try telling them about your thing that you have come to say? Of course, you listen to them. Then you never know. Tomorrow, even you know how to, do whatever they were doing. Maybe they built a beautiful volcano together. So you can listen and pick up all the ingredients of the volcano. You can learn how to build the structure of the volcano. Yes? So listening, again, like speaking, is an art. You have to listen very carefully and only then can you pick up new information around you. So if you go into a group of people and you have nothing new to add to the conversation, and if you think they are having a beautiful conversation, listen to them. Yes? Okay. Now, if you have a lot to share about a topic being discussed, now we are going to the other end of the spectrum. So in the first scenario, you didn't have anything to add on. So you stay in and you listen. Now, in the second scenario, you have lots and lots of information to add on to what is being said already. Maybe it's about your favorite, superhero, and you know all about them, and you want to talk a lot, a lot, a lot. So, what do? Do you hold on? Do you hold your horses, or do you just jump in and you override everyone and start speaking? Very good. You just wait for your turn and then speak, okay? If you have a lot to share about the topic being discussed, wait for your turn to speak. It is considered poor manners if you start talking in between someone else's sentence, okay? So we must wait for the other people to finish saying whatever they are saying, and then we come into the conversation, okay? Wonderful. Now, so today we are going to talk about something very, very important. Have you ever heard of this word called tone? Tone. Can you say it with me? Tone. Very good. So what is tone? Do you know already? Okay. If you don't know what tone is, I'll tell you today. Okay. The definition of tone of voice according to the dictionary is actually the way a person is speaking to someone. The way you sound when you speak to someone is your tone of voice. Okay. In essence, it is how you sound when you say words out aloud. So when I say, who speaks in a very sweet tone, then you think of someone, maybe your mother, maybe your aunt, maybe your dad. Yes. So there's always, you associate different tones of voices with different people. If I say, who speaks in a very grumpy tone, maybe you associate it with someone around you. Yes? Okay. Who's always sad? Who always speaks in a sad tone? Yes, you have someone in mind, right? So, the same way, everyone else hears the way you speak and they associate you with a certain tone of voice. Okay? So, how would you like your tone of voice to be? Would you like it to be beautiful and sweet and happy? Or would you like it to be sad and sullen, or maybe a little grumpy? Of course, we should try and sound happy in general. If not happy, we should try and sound pleasant, okay? Our tone of voice should be pleasant. It should be confident. Yes? Okay. Now, the tone of voice, it serves another purpose, okay? Apart from adding on to your personality, your tone of voice serves a second purpose, which is very, very important in public speaking. The tone of your voice helps others to understand how you are feeling at that moment. Okay? So imagine you walk into a room and your mom says, "Hi Aditi, how was your day?" Then what do you think? How's your mom feeling at that point? Yes, she's feeling a little sad maybe. And then now cut to the second scenario. You walk into the room and your mom says, "Hi Aditi, how was your day?" Then mom's been having a great day, right? So your tone of voice serves another purpose when you speak to other people. It lets them know how you're feeling at that moment, okay? Now, here is a short story to better understand tone, okay? So we're going to talk about a little boy, Josh, who knows to use his tone of voice very beautifully in different situations. So now we will try and listen to Josh's story. And we will try and remember how Josh uses different tones of voices in different situations, okay? Now, Josh is a master communicator and was loved by everyone around him. He knew exactly what needed to be said at what occasion. He became soft-spoken and sounded concerned when someone asked about a friend who was sad or upset. He was firm and authoritative when he needed to get some work done. He spoke respectfully to his elders. Josh used various types of tones expertly. He knew exactly what kind of tone had to be used in what kind of situation. He understood when to speak softly and when he needed to be loud. He also understood when his voice should show concern and when it should sound respectful. Okay? So let's try and be like Josh, okay? Let's try and use our tone of voice differently in different situations. Maybe you can try and practice this at home, okay? Maybe, you go and tell your mama something in a sad tone of voice. See if she understands in that moment if you're sad. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about the importance of tone. Why is tone so important? Why is tone important? Now, as we just learned, tone is the way we sound when we speak to someone. You might have noticed that every person sounds different. A teacher who you like will almost always sound sweet when they speak. A teacher who you are afraid of might sound stern. Stern means very strict while speaking. Similarly, every person you speak to has a particular tone of voice associated with them. You relate to a different tone of voice with different people, right? Now, have you ever wondered what your tone of voice sounds like to other people? Okay, maybe you can find out. Maybe you can go and ask around a little bit. Your tone of voice is important as people get to know a little bit about our personalities from the way we speak. Our tone of voice makes the listener understand how we are feeling at that moment. Your tone of voice will help people to get your point. It'll help you to get your point across to people very, very effectively. Yes, sometimes you just want to say very little, but you want to get your message across. Suppose there is a child who's been bullying you in school and they've been pushing you around, and one day you decide that enough is enough. Today I am going to end this. So when that child comes up to you, you just say, stop. Today I am not going to take this anymore. There will be consequences if you continue like this. And if you say it in a stern, in a very firm tone of voice, that child will stop doing it again. You should try it, Okay, wonderful. Thank you for listening so carefully so far. Now, we are going to end today's session with a very, very short video on why is tone important, okay? So listen in carefully. Are you ready for the video? Let's start.
Hello everyone, my name is Clara, and today we'll have a quick discussion on why is tone important. Let's learn why our tone of voice is important to think about when talking to another person. Imagine your mother telling you, go to your room. Hearing her say this with that strict tone means she is serious, upset, and that she doesn't want to hear any explanations from you. Understanding someone's tone is a time saver. Imagine if she needed to explain what she was feeling at that moment without using tone. It'll take her extra minutes to do so. Visualize a world full of people explaining everything without using tone. It will take a lot of time and it will get very tiring. Allow me to show you another example. Let's have one person named Rachel say the same thing but with different tones. I'm fine. How are you? Did she sound happy, sad, or irritated? The answer is happy. Take 2, Rachel. I'm fine. How are you? Did she sound happy, sad, or irritated? The answer is sad. Take 3, Rachel. I'm fine. How are you? Did she sound happy, sad, or irritated? The answer is irritated. Picture Rachel saying the same thing but without the proper tone matching her emotion. We wouldn't be able to understand what is she really feeling. As you can hear, tone is very important. It helps us understand the emotion and intention of the people that we talk to. It's essential that we watch our tone because it affects the people around us. Remember, it's not what you say, but how you say it. Your tone of voice needs to match your message in order to build great communication with others. Till next time, this is Clara, class dismissed.
So what did all of you think of that video? So a very, very important fact, a very important point was pointed out in this video that, your tone of voice should match what you're feeling at that moment, right? Suppose you're feeling very upset, but then you don't sound upset, you sound happy. Will you get the kind of reaction that you expect from your audience? No, you will not, right? So we have to be very, very mindful in the way we use our tone, okay? Our tone of voice is very important. It should match what we are feeling, or if not what we are feeling at that moment, but suppose we want to convey a message, we want to send out a message to the people who are listening to us, we should speak it in the correct tone of voice, okay? So I hope you've learned a lot in today's class, and now we are going to continue this video in the next episode. So if you want to learn a little more, if you want to complete the entire lesson, please join in on the next video. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.